like I said, don't freeze up. Let's just chill. We'll just ease our way into it. We're not going to go all. Just calm down.
Yeah, the best things are eased into.
The best things are what?
Eased into.
Eased into.
The best things are. That doesn't sound. That sounds.
It sounded exactly
I
like it
understand that.
sounded.
I
Whatever
understand
thought you were
it.
thinking
It's
is
you.
your
It's
fault.
on you.
No, wait. So explain it to me the way you understand it to be.
The people that you heard it to explain.
No, we don't need to explain anything. We
It's
all
true now,
understand.
No, but I don't
You
understand.
don't go things
Please.
by
It's
into
a
things.
universal truth.
Whatever you're thinking, yes.
You're right.
Eased into. Great.
Great.
Eased into.
Ah,
The best things
that's
are.
really bad.
Right. Okay. Let me just say that I'm honored to have you guys here with me this fine afternoon. I know how busy you guys are. I mean, someone practically flew in to Lagos this morning.
Yeah, I mean, the pleasure is yours.
Yeah. Whatever. And I'm really just happy, and I can't wait for us to have these conversations. Michelle Everest, actor, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Gbemi, Gbemi Akinlade, Gbemi Trabaye Akinlade.
I'm sorry.
Gbemi-
No.
Zen, Gbemi Akinlade, actor, and the problem.
That's a career.
Olagbadebo.
Olagbadebo.
Ola. Okay, yeah, okay, Olagbadebo,
Thank you.
actor,
Yes.
chocolate,
Oh, please.
Mide. He's so nervous.
I'm nervous. Watching, I'm not.
It's like, yeah, so, Mide Badmus, director, filmmaker. Thanks for being here with us. I mean, I know you'd rather be behind the camera, but I mean, this happened because of the conversation we had. So it's good to have you on my left hand side. Nice shoes, by the way.
Thank
I feel like if you shook him. I miss Wendy. Anyway, so like, don't do that.
Sorry.
They're old shoes. And then there's Uche, Chika. Uche Chika. Because I like how she says it with you.
Yeah, Chika.
Chika.
Because that's the meaning.
What does
That's
it
where
mean?
the
What's it
meaning
mean?
is. Chika.
It's giving Chimamanda
God
right now.
God is great. God knows best. So it depends on the context. It suits the. So.
It's giving rich auntie vibes though.
I mean,
Oh, girl is giving.
it's definitely giving something.
And then there is Joshua Alabi, who I think probably I'm happy that I'm doing this with you right now. And I met, okay, it's getting a quick story. I'm sorry, it's getting a quick story. I met him with my best friend, Badiji, when he was probably in 20 level at the University of Lagos. They were doing a play. A terrible play, might I add. It was horrible. Even he knows it was horrible. And then it's myself and Badiji like, oh, please, this. And then we're talking, and then you just hear a voice, and we go. And I mean, the voice is big, so you're going, oh, wow, like he was such a presence. And I remember after the show, like we got talking, exchanged contacts, and then we've been friends ever since. And for me, it's given me so much joy just to see him build what he has built so far. And like, let me just, I don't think I've told him in front of the camera, but let me just say, because I'm proud of you. I'm a fan of your work. I respect what you've done, and I can't wait to see you do bigger things in life. Actor, theater director, theater producer. Wait, I mean, it's a lot of
Landlords.
things, like multi hyphen.
Right?
Yes.
Very
The
important.
landlord, because you're actually
Landlords.
shooting in your studio. It's some Tyler Perry shit right now.
I mean,
Lots to see.
yes.
Yeah.
Love to see this.
Yes.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for coming here. Now let's just get into it. So backstory. It's me. I wasn't high that day, I promise. It was this whole, you know how like on WhatsApp everybody's talking about Japa. That's a Japa joke for every update you see,
Yeah.
and it was really
Yeah.
beginning to get to me. I was like, okay, guys, are you serious right now? And I mean, there are funny takes on it, but it was a thing that people are actually living. And I remember I was part of the protest 2020. I was in Lekki, I was in Leary, and I remember telling a friend of mine, I said, look, I can bet you in the next 2-3 years, half of the guys doing this march won't be in this country. And she was like, oh yeah, she just walked off. But I saw a thing like, the people who are actually on this street doing these walks are like degree holders, people who have businesses, people who are probably like middle class, who have a future, who don't act upwardly mobile, who don't really need the things they are fighting for when you think about it, because they are quite privileged, they're quite comfortable. You get, but those who really need these things are at home jeering you guys and making fun of you guys, and I'm like, this one when you get to the point, you'll just leave. And now look at us today, and I won't even front myself and media at that point. Like if you see, okay, let me just ask you a question now. Don't lie. If you heard right now that there is a visa on your passport and you can leave Nigeria right now, if you know in your heart that you leave, raise up your hand.
Wait, quick
If
question.
it's-
Permanently or temporary?
Yeah.
You're too smart.
It was
Permanently.
an open-ended question.
Permanently.
Nah.
Not permanently. Definitely not.
Nope.
Not permanently. I love to see this.
Not permanent.
You wait, chill, but
He's already even leaving his
because
answer.
he exactly he's
He's
never
leaving his
around.
answer,
right?
I'm happy that he's doing that, because was I supposed to travel or
Yeah.
something?
Last weekend.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and
Moshood didn't let it happen.
no, how will I pray? Like, I'm like, should I pray to get it or not get it? Because like it was crazy, but I mean, it's interesting to see that we all don't want to jump up permanently. I'd like to know why, but probably not now. But it's just good that we have this background to whatever. So I was going through the updates and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And I went on this thread on how like I'm not really happy that young people are living for the reasons they are living. You would think they are living because where they're going to is heaven. And it's like, where you're going to is actually not easy. You get a couple of friends who have gone within the last 6 months, I've been chatting and I'm hearing things. I'm like, okay, well, you picked that life. I mean, I can understand why they left.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as it looks, although I can understand why. And even as creatives, we've been talking for about an hour before this show started about how like we want to do good work and do great work, but then certain things are lacking. And last, you have to get foreign training somehow. If they don't come to you, you have to go to them somehow, because we have to get certain things together. And even in terms of structure and stuff that we are lacking, we need to get these things right. So, and I remember during the thread I had, I picked the Black American people as an analogy about how like they were brought into America as slaves. They had nothing. They had to fight everything from slavery to Jim Crow to discrimination. Even up until now, they didn't have anything, but they were able to build industries and build, help the country from the wars to having their own Wall Street to breaking down barriers in Hollywood, in business, in education. I mean, if you didn't have like a Thurgood Marshall, you won't have an Obama. If you didn't have a Sidney Poitier, you won't have a Denzel, you won't have a Tyler Perry. Okay, but because those guys didn't leave, they fought it through, and they were able to build that platform for other kids to rise on. And we even jinxed, speaking about Fela Kuti, like when you think of Fela Kuti could have jackpot finally when you think about it.
Yes.
True.
You get, he was obviously talented. He was, he had the training. He could have left.
Yeah.
But then if he had left, he wouldn't have made the kind of music that made him great.
An impact.
And had that impact that he has had. Because, I mean, it's sad. Even like a Wole Soyinka, for example,
Yeah.
his greatest works are, I mean, most of his works are about Nigeria and his home and his growing up. They're about, just like King Osman, it's about your empire. Like, the beauty of, the uniqueness of us as Africans is in our home. When you leave your home, what story are you telling? You can't go and tell a foreign story. So I had that. But then, this guy's a very smart guy. As I was giving points, he was just puncturing them and giving me like, but say, and I'm like, and it's beautiful to have mature conversations where he's not arguing based on ego. I'm hearing you, you're hearing me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is gonna lead me to my first question. I love this part. I like for Mide and Uche to speak on this issue as to why is it that right now there seems to be this apathetic attitude towards social responsibility. We've mentioned these guys who fought for their home, for their industry, to what they believed in, so that other kids could. But I don't see that we have that in our generation. Do you agree? Do you not? What do you think about it generally?
Well, I was hoping Chika would go first, but
No, I mean,
No
it's
ladies
fine.
first here.
yeah, I think that the other day when we were chatting also, I think I told you about like how we are a less patient generation. and it's not even a Nigerian thing. It's not an African thing. It's like it's everywhere, right? And if you look at it with movies, right, a lot of movies are regarded as great. Yeah, most of the great ones. If you even look at some of them, you could see that the how am I going to put it, the patience they had to follow the story, then we can't try it now in our generation. Yeah, that's just the truth, right? And we always compare our movies to those movies, right? But like, it's really not the same. People are less patient now. It's almost as if, you know, you just want to see the immediate results. Like, it's just so quick. And the thing with Nigeria is that it's such a massive world, yeah, and you almost always feel like a tiny piece in a torrent of problems, basically. And you don't see how you as an individual could make a difference. And that's just the truth, yeah. It's really hard to see that. So like, you just conclude, and I'm just gonna work on myself, basically. Yeah. So it's almost always like, and the thing about what you even said, yeah, is that a lot of us that we have these attitudes, we're not particularly, I'm sorry to use we, this generation, we're not particularly bad people. Yeah, as a people, I think we're good people, but I just think it's a thing of, we just have to look out for ourselves. Yeah, in the end, it boils down to that. When I started the whole film thingy, it was all about passion for me. I want to just make great things. I didn't care about money. Bro, I do now. That's the truth, man. It almost boils down to, what chances do you have, you know, before you could even make a difference, yeah, you have to eat first. You have to be able to afford transport. And bro, these are issues normal Nigerians go through. These are issues people who earn 300K a month go through in Nigeria. Let's just put it out there, right? It's more like, before I could even do this, you know, there are some things that have to be in place. When I see some sense of entitlement from people outside of, you know, Nigeria, people that, you know, have basic systems working for them, I just say, sincerely, you guys are well fed. That's right. That's why you can say that. That's why I can say that. How is it called? Vaginal women should
Versing people and all this.
Yeah, I actually saw recently that said that vaginal women should stop making it a force when they are giving birth, so that they don't make, you know, dick women feel bad. And I'm like, bro, like, it's because you have some things already sorted for you. Yeah, that's how you can think of those things. So like, most of the time, it's almost as if, it's almost like we have to take care of some basic issues first.
Very true.
Yeah, if I have an opportunity to jackpot now, I'm most likely going to jackpot. That's the truth. But am I going to stay there permanently? You can hardly make any difference. Yeah, but I'm most likely going to come back and do whatever I can do. But the point is that I want to be able to put some things in place first, you get, before I can decide. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, at the risk of retweeting, because Mide has set the ball rolling very, very nicely, I think that in addition to being the Indomie generation, you know, it's fast-paced, you know, science and technology, everything is fast. In addition to that, I think history hasn't been so kind to those who prioritize the committee over themselves. For instance, Fela watched his mother fall, carried her dead body to Dodan and cried in the streets. What happened after that? That is a fella who was privileged. Fela was not a pauper. Fela whose mother was the first woman to own or drive a car. To drive a car. Do you know that he was dignified? Went and, you know, learned jazz. You know, I don't know what discipline. Schooled abroad. You know, discovered jazz and then came here and did a fusion and then became the father of Afrobeat as we know now. But it was a crappy experience for him even. Kensaruas of this world, daily givers of this world. So when people see those antecedents, it's not easy for your mother to tell you, my son, go to Lekito, go and fight for Nigeria. She will lock the door.
I am.
You are not leaving that house.
Do you
understand?
I actually saw a fellow documentary, I think 2 years ago. I've forgotten the title. Yeah, it was mixed with like Broadway, you know, stage. Then, you know, they told the story. I don't know if you've seen it, right? And the first thing that came to me then was, it's a rough world. it's such a dirty world.
It is.
I don't wish it for myself. Like it was almost as if I'm like, wait, this is the glorified fella. It's messed up. Like the shots, the house, the environment. It's not appealing to the eyes. You don't want that for yourself. And I'm just like, okay, this is the same fella that's like, glorified all over the world, right? But like you can almost see like it's not something you want to go through and then get what fella is getting now. If we're gonna ask ourselves, how many of us actually want to work for something so hard and the result comes 50 years after when you're dead?
When you are,
when you're actually dead. I mean, it's fine, we can do that, but like, do you want to live horribly now and then just live for other people and just go like, I mean,
and you want to enjoy your life and enjoy your work.
Thank you very much. So, you want to enjoy your life and
so
your
when
work.
we're placed with the red pill, blue pill, most people are going to pick that because I mean the red pill is like, how am I even sure that I'm going to be immortalized or they'll raise statues for me, but I'm not going to be part of that. Do you understand? And I feel like the few that are even around, I mean, Wale is in his Professor Wale Shenka is in his 80s. He's fought, he has been imprisoned, he has been beaten. Area father, what's his name? Charles Oputa. A privileged person too. Oputa Panel, that's his father. Do you understand? So the people that have even been fighting for us, like you said, are the people who could have left.
They could have
Do you understand? They even had then, it's not like visas were as strenuous as they get in now. So they could have left, but they stayed. Those people, I have so much respect for them. And I feel like they don't make people like that anymore. Because now what we have is let me just do my own. Just keep my own individual, and we're building individuals, we're not building, and then the celebrity structure isn't even helping because we're isolating people and we're putting people on pedestals. This one, this is not now caveats. I'm not insulting anybody how anybody makes their paper, but I'm just saying that it's also breeding this. I just want to be in the spotlight. Do you understand? How my peers do is not really my business. So you can be in the same industry and you're hoarding information, you're hoarding access to good resources. When your neighbor, the thing is, if 5 actors are paid well and not just you, tomorrow 15 others are going to be paid well. Another day 25 others. Before you know it, it snowballs into something like into the paradise I want. But you just want to negotiate your own and just go. That's why I respect A-listers who on set would always push for people to be well paid. Like, not just well paid, because that one is negotiations, but taken care of. They don't also want to pass by coastal bus and see 50 people in the coastal bus and they don't talk about it and say, give them water, put them under a tent, treat them nicely. I would always have the utmost respect for them because if you carry everyone along, my colleagues know me. If you call me and ask, what is this? Because of NDAs, I won't give you a particular figure, but I'll say this is the range. If it goes below this, or more, they are lowballing you. Or if you go above this, you know that we have not yet reached there, you never reach that side. I'll be factual with you. Just about people are just like, let them think I'm well paid. But you she not do your pocket. So what are we talking?
Well,
so these are all the things that
I was going to talk about. Thank you for raising those points. I was going to say, sometimes it's not even about trying to fight the government, because all these examples we've mentioned is people trying to fight a legal structure. But I'm saying even amongst ourselves, as forget your work, as human beings, just the way you see your community, like, do we have a sense of taking care of my neighbor, taking care of my streets? I watch. We go watch American films and you see how people rep their set. You rep your hood. You rep your where do you come from? What streets are you? What's your hood? Nobody has that sense of maybe I'll be Kesu boy. It's always now. It's not a mainland island thing and that's it. Like, we don't have a sense of this is my street. How can I make my street better? And the truth is, you can't always wait for the government to help you out on certain things. There are things that you can just take out the initiative to do just because it's right to do. I was watching an interview where the former chairman of Amod of was Arise, and he was talking about how they no longer do the sanitation on Saturday anymore. It's now
no restrictions.
And then when he said it, I was like, wait a minute, what's wrong in a community saying it's Saturday? Let's take out 2 hours Saturday, clear out. And this is a state where I've been hearing about flooding and stuff, and it's going to get crazy when it gets to Lagos anyway. So they're going to be living in a particular environment. As against waiting for them to fix it for you, because you are in it, not the guy who's in Abuja or Asoro or whatever. You're the one. What's wrong in things out to clear? Once we have this attitude of let's just do our bits here and here and here, before you know the entire place is. I feel like right now we exist in this my house, my flats.
Yeah.
I don't care about
children,
the other
the
person.
husband.
Yeah, there's that apathy, and I feel
Access
like
code.
yeah, access. Yeah, and it doesn't make us love people or care about because it's just about ourselves.
Yeah.
And that I think has kind of permeated our work and even everything we do. Like it's always about us. I mean, I guess like you said, you have to pay bills and do things, but I feel like some things in life is not really about the money.
Yeah.
It's just the environment.
Mm.
If you grow up in a very nice place that is filled with love and care and
Yeah.
everything, you won't really feel. But it shock you that some kids who live in some village in Kwara State are happier than a kid who lives in Surulere.
Oh.
When you think about it, So I mean, these are issues.